So that's the one thing that was different.
Well, yeah, but then after we looked at all those rides, we went and had giant donuts from the Simpsons area.
We love those donuts.
Like, it's too much for one person. Like, it would be like 2 or 3 minimum.
I could eat it myself.
And, well, you could get sick.
I know I could.
But
exactly.
The donuts were good, and they're slightly different than normal because they're bigger, so...
For some reason, this time, the reason we also didn't, like, we ordered one for 3 people is because I remembered them being, like, super frosted with just, like, way more frosting than a human needs. But, yeah, and different. But when we ate it this time, I was like, oh, there's more dough, there's not as much frosting. I thought they were better this time around than the first time.
Yeah. And then after that, we went to the Despicable Me area for 2 reasons. One, for the ride, which was actually interesting. It was a little jerky, but it was an interesting little kiddie ride. And it was kind of funny because there's parts in it where, like, you pretended to be a minion.
Yeah, that was cute.
And it had little child comedy in it. And
My brother wanted to try that ride so bad.
What do you think of the ride?
I mean, I had been on it, so it was more about the Minion game. Because they had this little, like, Minion running game for the iPhone and Android devices.
That it's similar to Minion
It's literally,
Mayhem.
yeah, it's literally like Minion Mayhem. I kind of dislike that, but at the same time, my brother really wanted to go on it, and I was like, hey, if he wants to go on it, we might as well go on it all together.
I didn't like, there's some jerkiness where, like, you're falling, and, like, you, like, bounce up, like, really hard.
Yeah, the real truth, the funnest part of the ride is the store afterwards.
That's the second thing, going to the store.
Because you see how much Minion stuff there really is, and I'm like, oh, so cool.
And we know your mom has a problem with Minion stuff.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not like, it's not that I don't like Minions, I do, but my mom is like completely obsessed with Minions. Clearly I like Minions, but yeah, it was a fun place because then me and my brother were like, hey, we can just go in, buy my mom her Mother's Day gift, her Christmas, or not Christmas, her birthday present, because they're about a month apart from each other. We're like, bam. We've literally done shopping for my mom for almost the whole year just by being in that store.
And then after that, we went to one of the main things we wanted to go the second time for, which was Walking Dead. And it seemed pretty quick, or at first I thought it would be really quick, but it was actually like a really fun, cool attraction.
It was literally a Walking Dead themed haunted house.
Yeah. Which was interesting to see at Universal, and, like...
Yeah. But, okay, so, they do it so well with, like, the design of it, the inside, you could tell it's all, like, really, really professionally done.
From The Walking Dead.
From The Walking Dead. Really nice and everything. The only thing, and this made me wonder how often this happened, is they had to warn us before we were going in not to, like, get too close or touch any of the actors, because they wouldn't touch us. So I'm like... Has someone hit someone? Has someone, like, done something stupid? But I've wondered, like, what could have caused them to say that? And then all of us wondered that, even my brother, and I'm like, then something stupid must have happened. Or someone must have, like, really freaked out during that attraction.
When you go through it, for both her brother and me, one of the people that was acting as a zombie, like, jumped out, like,
really close.
This close to us. And I was just like, a little close, buddy. And
it's a good thing it didn't happen to me. I would have ran out there crying or socked the guy. I really
And
was.
in another part, when I saw one of the actors as a zombie, I just kind of waved to him. Like, the whole time, I knew it was supposed to be scary, but I just kind of, like, inside laughed a little because it was kind of funny.
But it was really cool to see some of the professional, because even he asked me partially through the ride. So even he had to ask me, like, which one of these are the actors? Which one of them are the fake, the puppeteer zombies or, like, moving zombies? Because they were that well done.
Some were computer animated, some were, like, real people.
So it was actually really cool to see the professional, like, haunted house. Because when you hear about haunted houses that are professionally done, and I'm just like, dude, no one has it on Universal. Like, Universal's professional was amazing. But they're a movie place, so of course it's going to be amazing.
And it's interesting that Universal has, like, a good amount of rights in the Walking Dead show for AMC.
I know, it's so cool.
in regards to probably makeup.
I'm hoping, too, they bring out a big ride version of it, but who knows? I know they do. So
Or expand it.
this time when we were here, they are, yeah, we're hoping they extend. They were doing construction over by the Harry Potter world.
For a new ride.
And Shrek for a new ride. I think we might have heard what it is, but I don't remember. I kept hoping it was to make Walking Dead a permanent attraction, but I don't think it is. I think we found out later it was something else.
They sent out an email about what it was. Primarily, we went just to the general Universal Studios store to go shopping.
I mean, like I said, my brother, like, we were there mostly for him and to use our passes again. And my brother, truthfully, I think after the Minion ride, he realized how jerky the rides could be. And since the Mummy and Transformers are older rides, he was like, oh my gosh, if that's that jerky, how jerky are those rides going to be? I'm like, they're jerky. And he couldn't see standing in like an hour plus line
for that.
And I was just like, well, we can, I don't mind. And he's like, no, I don't care.
Do you remember what some of the stuff was we got at the general store?
I got Harry Potter stuff.
But besides that, probably not much.
For me, I don't think there was much that wasn't... Because I went there wanting to buy Harry Potter things.
Right.
I don't think... Oh, you got the one Oscar little thing for me. He got a little cute Oscar thing that sits on the fridge or an Academy Award little thing that said, best girlfriend. That was cute.
But besides that, that was generally it for the second time. The first time we went on Transformers, Mummy, Jurassic Park,
Harry Potter ones, all of them.
All the Harry Potter related rides, Simpsons, Despicable Me, Walking Dead wasn't out then.
We went on the
Shrek.
And that was it.
And the studio tour, and that was about it. We didn't do Waterworld or special effects.
We didn't do any of those shows.
Or The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
but we did everything else. But, like we said earlier, the rides we went on the first time that we didn't do the second time, the main difference was they were just jerky, and the first time they were a lot quicker. Was there anything else really about the rides?
There was also, because a lot of them are 3D, you have to wear 3D glasses. And I don't know if it's... Most 3D gives you a headache after a few minutes, but it's the worst thing, because when you wear glasses... 3D glasses are not comfortable around them. They always poke into you wrong or something, and it just sucks. And I normally never get nausea on roller coasters. I have grown up on roller coasters. I love them. These rides were making me sick, and I think it was because of the 3D.
Shrek
and jerky movements, blah, blah.
Out of all the rides, Shrek was kind of like a movie, theater type attraction. For little kids, of course.
I had to explain what the 4D meant, senses, so we get stuff blown at our faces and our feet and stuff.
Simpsons was similar to Despicable Me. It was very much like the movie, the Simpsons movie, though. And,
kind of like a carnival ride version of it. It was kind of cute.
Jurassic Park was cool because it had a lot of, little scenes and dinosaurs, squirting water at us,
that was fun.
In the movie. And then at the end, there's a huge, big drop.
I did not get wet the first time very much, if I'm not mistaken.
I got squirt at a few times, but it dried because the first time it was really hot out.
Yeah, the first time we went was 100 degrees. This time we went was in the 70s, so it wasn't... 70s in California, cold. You don't want to be in a water ride in the 70s in California when it's windy.
Transformers was very much 3D, and it was kind of like a little, you were in the movie just watching a little scene happen.
They're trying to protect you because you're the humans.
Yeah, they're trying to protect you, and then it's like a little action. It's more of you're in a video compared to a ride. And then the Mummy was a slight roller coaster 3D ride where you're going on a roller coaster, and then at the end you kind of go backwards because you're trying to
get from the Mummy.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really... No, that was the only one I think that wasn't a 3D ride, but that one's been there so long.
Oh, yeah.
I went there when I was a little kid, because that's when the first Mummy came out. That reminds me, that would be so cool if they did what they did at Disneyland with the Pirates of the Caribbean. How they slightly did small modifications to it. with the new movie. I wish Universal would take a cue and do small modifications to the Mummy ride.
But besides that, that was pretty much it at Universal. Check out the Harry Potter World video we'll do next. Was there anything else you had to comment about Universal?
No. I had fun both times. I just had different fun both times.
And the second time it was fun because we drove at 5 in the morning, got there at like 10, and then spent the whole day there. On the way back, drove at like 8 and got back at like midnight. That was a fun day.
So that was the other thing. We didn't spend the whole day there. My brother had work the next morning really early, and he was starting to get tired. So we didn't stay as late because he had work. He was tired. We were all just kind of like, we're done with the park. We don't want to just stand and wait in lines for the few rides we've missed. We're just,
Also, the first time we went, we actually got a hotel there and stayed in LA area compared to driving back home.
That's because we did a lot of other things. It was literally like a week vacation.
True, compared to a day trip.
Yeah.
But that was about it. Tune in for all our other videos. Like this video.
Give us some thumbs up.
Favorite us. Just
subscribe if you want to keep seeing videos like this.
Oh yeah.
I'm Patfoot.
I'm Chewy. Tuning out next time.